Warm day outside by Minnesota. At U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the Minnesota Vikings. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Set. You draw quarter. 50, plant. Hey, we got 4.
He's got a first down and more past the 30. Finally taken down at the 32-yard line. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. Pretty good start there on plays 1 and 2.
And not discriminating at all, is he? Make sure he's spreading it around on the first 2 throws of the game, 2 different parts of the field as well.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
He's telling him to run. Kill. 80 weapons.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up first and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. They run on first down as they get about 3. Second and 7 forthcoming. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a second and 7. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7. Here's a second and 7. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
The competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
Here we go. 10 Nova.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Back. Going right side here, and that's complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 13-yard line.
Okay, I'm not so great at math, but I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you've got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback, or maybe you tighten down on the receivers, bump them off of their routes, chip away at their timing so things aren't as precise as they've been so far in this game?
On second down, it's Taylor. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. 8 yards on the run, and that cuts us down to a 3rd and about 5.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Back to throw. Back. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Let's go. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Right there, 54 Mike. And it's getting in holes. Switch. Set, go.
Off the play fake. Hendricks. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
On 2nd down now, McFarland. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
From the gun on 3rd down, Hendricks. He rifles one that's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Looking to throw. Beck. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
They'll run on 1st down. McFarland. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 6-yard line.
Watch the screen. Shoot. Watch the shoot.
On 2nd down, McFarland. And they'll get him down up past the 15. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the 1st. So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. And quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
To throw on 2nd down, Hendricks. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Let's go. At the 28-yard line.
They'll come up now with the clock showing 3 seconds to go here in the 1st. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. In for the score. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows to 10-0. 10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go. Let's go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Right there. 54 Mike. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Hendricks. And he will find his man on the outside. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. I don't think you got it, sir. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
On 1st down, Hendricks. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear?
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off around the 27. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. As they are now on the board here in the first half. Well, that didn't take long. The turnover instantly almost turning into points.
And when that happens, a lot of teams have the mentality of let's strike right now. You've got them off balance after the turnover or the takeaway. Let's go get it. And that's exactly what they did.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Beck. And going deep for Hill. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A big play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. Going for a right side here, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. On first down, McFarland. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Hendricks. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
On 3rd down, McFarland. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch twist. Watch twist. Switch, switch, switch. Slam, slam, slam. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
Looking to throw. Hendricks. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
He's crashing. Check, 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 check. Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Any weapon. No. Off. Yo. Whip. Watch the whip. Joker.
They'll run it now out of the gun.
Undercut.
Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
57's Mike. Mike 57. Go.
From the gun, Hendricks. He's going to fire one deep left side. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. In for the score, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. And with the rules as touchy as they can be, it's so hard to complete a diving catch in the end zone, but he just did it pretty well.
How about him getting his body, his hands, everything underneath and around the football without it hitting the ground and causing some doubt in the minds of the people who have to look at this and possibly review it. What a tremendous effort and a great catch.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. 2nd down and inches. Being chased out left. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They run the counter. Taylor. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage.
50, plant. Hey, echo.
To throw on 2nd down. Beck. And he's got his man on the out route. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the 2nd down pass play only went for 2. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get some.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
Let's go. And Lobo.
Tie to the right, boy. Tie to the right. Move. Alert, alert. 3 out, 3 out. Big Dan.
6-6. Pull it high. Hey, high 7. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
Check.
Rocket.
Check.
First down.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Beck. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Ramirez. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. This quarterback now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Beck. He finds Robinson. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
They'll keep it on the ground. McFarland. He'll have a first down past the 40. It's a big one there for the Vikings. And even 50 yards.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Exactly 50 yards on that last play as they just go from 125 to the other for first and 10.
Check safety, check safety. Hey, go now.
Looking to throw. Hendricks firing quickly here, and that's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Check, watch 54, watch 54. Shit.
They'll keep it on the ground. McFarland, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
To throw on third down. Hendricks. This is caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
On second down now, it's Taylor. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Bravo! Shoot!
Operating from the gun. Beck. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off near the 42. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
What is that? 54, right there. 54, Mike. Brilliant. Check. Check hot route. Hot. Back. Hop on. Twist. He's coming.
They'll run on first down. McFarland able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
At the 37-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Heavy. Watch 89. I'm going to come back to you. Okay? Check out. You got tape. Check 24. Check 13. Check 22. Check cover. 22. Check cover.
Now a whistle and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Kill. Check 15.
They'll keep it on the ground. McFarland. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Yeah, the Cowboys here on third down bringing in an extra defensive back. They'll keep it on the ground. McFarland, they'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points for the Vikings. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 18 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Ready up.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Beck. Looking deep downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. They're going to try and throw. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. They'll start out here with a jet sweep, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4, and that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Watch the screen. Oh, try it. 54's Mike. 54's Mike.
2nd and 14. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They'll try the left side. McFarland, and he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up 4th down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
And his kick is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good 3-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. Good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. Greystone, travel.
Get wide.
to throw again. Beck. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. He finds Taylor, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 13. It's a first down. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Go! 30 base. He's checking. There. Go.
Back to throw. Beck. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line.
Got it.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Looking to throw. Beck. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. They go play action here on 1st down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Hill, the intended receiver once again. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Tight end's right. Even. 4 down. Even.
Off play action. Beck. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
Touchdown, Vikings! A great effort there. 88 yards. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Makes the score Vikings 45, Cowboys 17.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Through the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Operating from the gun. Beck. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. He is going to find Hill here. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Back to throw. Beck. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. That one looks like he'll throw here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off down near the 5. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That was a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Come on, set, 50, plant.
Quit talking about it and bring it.
Big grip.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Back. Throw left side complete. That's Ramirez. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. 13 yards and a 1st down, Cowboys. Throwing on 1st down. Beck. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking appears lost.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5.
61, matchbox lights. Go.
From the gun, Beck. Throwing right, and that's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Looking to throw. Beck. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. That one complete to Hill. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Beck. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
It's now 2nd and 10.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Go.
Go. Alert 3.
Hey, Sam on. Get it.
Off play action. Beck. Now a desperation throw. It's caught at the 10. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10.
Show it.
Blue draw Corkers.
Check.
Hey, Zoo.
Get ready.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play, but still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?